Greetings to my dear friends in Prague and to everyone who's taking part in this conference, wherever you are, from lockdown London. That's a picture of Prague behind me, and you're all in my thoughts. These are exciting times. We've just seen an extraordinary exercise of government by the people, of the people, for the people, in the world's most important democracy. The critics and doom-mongers, it seems, are confounded, not least me. The system has withstood Trump's rise and his fall. There were no riots, no federal marshals seizing ballot boxes, no putsch. America, it seems, is back. Well, is it? It's easy to assume business as usual. The glory days or the golden age of the past, which we all remember rather vaguely, are going to be the story for the next few years as well. And certainly, Vice President Joe Biden, the president-elect, is likeable. He's knowledgeable. He's energetic. He's an ardent Atlanticist. He values allies. In a way, he's the kind of the anti-Trump, because all those things could be said the other way round with the previous president. And I think it's important that we in Europe don't get our hopes up. Because when we talk about business as usual, I remember a lot of business in the past, and it was very rarely usual. The Obama administration caused headaches, head scratching, nightmares sometimes in Europe. We remember the reset with Russia, the cancellation of the missile defence bases in Poland and the Czech Republic, the so-called pivot to Asia, the leaks, the snubs. And the feeling was mutual. The Obama administration didn't like Europe much either. They thought we were whinging, stingy, unhelpful. And before that, we had the Bush administration. That wasn't a golden age either. Unpopular, indefensible from the point of view of public opinion in many countries, the torture, rendition, the global war on terror with its horrible, unwinnable wars. And before that, there was the Clinton administration. I remember that too, with the pandering to the Kremlin, the Gore-Chernomyrdin Commission. Before that, there was the George H.W. Bush administration with Chicken Kiev. So it's important to have our expectations set at an accurate rather than optimistic level. And most of all, to remember that the Biden administration is going to be busy, B-U-S-Y. It will not do stupid negative things like the Trump administration, but it's going to be preoccupied at home. It won't have the time and energy to invest very much in foreign policy. And it's already clear that the main message of the Biden administration to Europe is, we love you, but you have to do more. And that means there's big questions and big opportunities for Europe. There's big opportunities. The new global coalitions that are taking shape, particularly to cope with the threat from China, the Quad, India, Australia, Japan, and the United States. Some room for European countries, particularly the big ones, to join in on that. There's the Five Eyes Plus, the old wartime intelligence sharing alliance. Used to be the UK, the US, Australia, Canada, and New Zealand. But now we have Five Eyes Plus, bringing in more European countries in particular to help with the political warfare threat, the economic warfare threat, and other things. Again, plenty of scope for individual countries to do more. But the big questions, what are we willing to sacrifice for our security? How much money are we going to spend? What risks are we going to take? We need to understand that the era of peaceful cooperation, which we believed dawned on the world after 1991, is over. The Trump administration was right on this. We are in strategic competition with China, particularly, but we also face at least friction, if not full-on competition, with a revisionist Russia. And our friends in Ukraine and other countries have borne the brunt of that. One big danger, which we can't exclude, is that the United States decides that the struggle against China is so important that they need Russian help. Could have another reset based on that misunderstanding of the threat. It's not very likely under President Joe Biden. It might be more likely under President Kamala Harris. But more likely, the danger for Europe is that we become a strategic backwater, democratic decay and security irrelevance. We have to deal with the harsh truth that our greatest weaknesses come not from our foes, but from ourselves. It wasn't really the Kremlin that sowed mistrust, division, polarization, the fear, uncertainty and doubt, the greed that makes our businesses take decisions that are disastrous for our national security, not least in the energy sector. It wasn't Kremlin tanks rolling down our streets that made us do this. We did it to ourselves. We did it in the years after 1989 because we were greedy, naive and complacent. Well, that's the bad news. The good news is that no one is stopping us fixing these problems. We still have the chance to do it. Yes, there are problems with Russian and Chinese influence in Europe. Yes, they get into our decision making. Yes, they get into our public opinion. Yes, they make us do stupid things and not do good things. But we can still do it. We can vote people out when they make the wrong decisions. We can vote people in to do the right decisions. We can rebuild the cohesion between individuals and institutions, between state and society. We can build our resilience. We can rethink our deterrence. Nobody's stopping us doing it. I commend the efforts of Jakob and his colleagues in Prague for making us face these hard questions and look for solutions. And I wish you a successful, enjoyable, and constructive conference. Thank you.